think one of the problems with a young team is that they don't understand that it's not about winning and losing the game. It is about how you play and the attitude that you have, the toughness that you show, and we did not show any toughness today. We had no pride in our defense whatsoever. I was extremely disappointed with the defensive effort, the rebounding effort. I thought Taya Reimer did a great job on the defensive glass. No one else did their job. It was extremely disappointing to watch. The only reason we won the game is because we outscored them, and we looked like that was our mentality. We are going to just try to outscore them. We are not going to try to stop them, and that is not acceptable to me.
Do you think it was because you got out to such a big lead they let up, or?
I don't know what it was. I didn't think anybody played particularly well. I thought Lindsay was off. She was just off. I mean, she didn't take a shot in the first half. She's one of our top 3 scorers, and she was just not mentally as sharp as she normally is. I think for a team like this, win over North Carolina, win over Tennessee, it's a huge game. There's a lot of emotion, and they come out tonight. We're supposed to win, so let's give it half the effort.
And Coach, it looks like the next 5 or 6 games you have come, 5 games leading up to Duke, are going to be similar situations where if there was Las Vegas was betting, you'd be a heavy favorite in each one. So how do you get that frame of mind in every game?
I think that's up to the leaders in the team. They have got to be ready to play, and that's their job, to get ready. We are going to do everything we can to make sure they're ready, but when we leave the locker room, that is up to them. And tonight they didn't do their job. So we have got to focus on that. This is a really tough stretch coming up, and we need to be ready every single night because everybody in this league can beat us, and we still, even after the Miami game, are not aware of that.
Muffet, how long has it been since you've been this disappointed with a game like this?
Well, December, I think, maybe Miami. I mean, there's been a few. Actually, there's been more than a few. I haven't been happy with the rebounding in a long time. So that's been a problem.
And you actually had a 16-5 edge at one point in the rebounding, and then it just went away.
Well, like I said earlier, Tay was the only one doing her job. So you can't have one person doing their job and everybody else watching, and that's just effort. That is just simply effort. Anyone else?
Can you talk a little bit about Michaela Mabry, what she does, defensively for you, and then also, hitting some second half. Looked like she played a little better second half.
I thought she played better in the second half. She had a little better effort defensively. I think in the first half they really picked on her. I mean, they took complete advantage of her when she was in the game. It looked like their game plan was to attack her. And we didn't have an answer for that. And that was a problem. We needed to help out more. We needed to leave certain people more. And we were unaware of the scouting report. We did a poor job of guarding the shooters and leaving the non-shooters. And, Michaela needs help inside, and we just weren't able to give it to her tonight.
Jewell, you and Taya came in a little bit after Coach did. Were you saying some things in the locker room after that game? I mean,
I think we just need to be, more focused. Before a game, like the whole day, we need to make sure that we know the scouting report, that we're communicating. And I think today we didn't communicate well, and we definitely weren't focused.
Do you think it was just a let up after 2? You knew you had 2 tough games. Maybe you didn't think this game would be as tough.
That's not an excuse. We have to be ready for every single game. It's no off days.
Talk a little bit about the second straight game. You've put up pretty good numbers. You're just feeling pretty good right now, and what's the key?
I'm just trying to be aggressive and really focus on rebounding and try to do that better and just do my job like what Coach said. We need to. There are certain things that everybody on the team needs to do. Everybody needs to do their job for us to be successful. So I'm just trying to do that.
Jewell, not to criticize the officiating, but it was called tighter today than it was against Tennessee. How do you adjust your game to what they're calling? I mean, that's the player's job to adjust to how the officials are calling it. So how did you adjust your game to how that was being called?
Instead of driving, I looked for my pull up a little bit. Kind of just read the defense. The refs gonna do their job, and so we can't get caught up in that, and we gotta do our job like Taya said.
Muffet, 3 games in a week, and you probably would have liked to have been able to kind of
Kill 'em
have an
tomorrow?
easy one tomorrow. This is one of these things that there's a lot of stuff that you can take out of a game like this, and hopefully you can teach and learn from.
Yeah, I've got to wait till Monday to get what I need out of the practice, because we play Saturday, and we looked a little tired at times tonight. So I think we have to be careful with what we do tomorrow. It's been a long stretch, and we talked about the emotion of the game, and it's hard. It's hard in the stretch. They're back in class and in the routine. So hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of a good workout in tomorrow, mentally at least, and then take off for Clemson.